is the core. Thank you very much for your patience here.
This note for a very long time. Now it's my turn to welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor S. Ramchandram Garu, to give his address on this occasion.
The battery of experts on the dais, end of the dais, and the delegates who have come over to attend this national seminar, press and media, distinguished colleagues, good morning to all of you. Obviously, this is not my subject. Yet, I understand what is a fraud actually. In fact, Professor Gangadhar made it so clear. So everybody knows what is fraud. It worries me also, because we see these frauds every day. You open the paper, you can see a whole lot of frauds that are reported. At least I can share some examples. In fact, all of you know former Comptroller and Auditor General, Vinod Rai. In fact, he himself has written an article in the week. I just read that. He wanted to buy a house, of course. He approached some real estate people. Because he retired, obviously he wanted to own a house. There is also pressure from his wife also that they should own a house. Of course, he approached. You know what happens there actually. He said, you have to pay this much in white and this much in black.
Account number 100.
Yeah, so he said, you see, the whole life I fought for this, against this, and you want me to commit this fraud. I don't know whether it is fraud or not. Okay, I feel that it's a fraud.
It's a fraud.
On both sides. You are paying black money, and the other person is receiving black money. And I think we are all party to this. I don't hesitate to say. Obviously, some real estate person, he has saved him, right, by not asking the black money, and that is how you could own the house ultimately, without paying the black money. I also share another example. When I was studying in BE in second year or so, I had a classmate of Palestinian. In fact, he was falling short of some attendance. He is in between 65 and 75. Obviously, he approached the head of the department. He said, you get a medical certificate. Immediately his reaction was, I was never sick. I think it pervades everywhere in our country. I don't have to tell about this fraud. Obviously, we told him you can get a medical certificate, and he got a medical certificate, and of course, he could write his exams and so on. We can have plenty of these examples. I hope you deliberate on this. Of course, this particular seminar is, particular to capital market issues and challenges. Fraud is a fraud, whatever is the field actually. And there should be mechanisms, there should be regulations, as just now Ramesh has told, should be made stringent, and it should act as a deterrence so that we don't commit these frauds. In fact, I'm also worried as the head of the institute. So sometimes we may do unintentionally as well. I'm really worried, how to spend, and what to sign and what not to sign. And of course, I take the advice from my colleagues, but in spite of that, sometimes we see the audit objects and so on. Yeah, for all these things, I only say that we should bring transparency and accountability at all levels. We may call it good governance. In fact, we are embarking on good governance. We are restructuring. We are bringing reforms so that we mitigate the possibility of the frauds in the system, whether intentionally or unintentionally. In fact, I come from computer science. Sometimes I go to IDRBT. I think all of you know that there's institute. They work on banking technology, and they do research in the banking technologies. I also see they use this IT for detecting the frauds. And a lot of scope for detecting using IT. You can probably detect even before it happens. There are techniques for that, soft computing techniques we say sometimes. And then there is a big data analytics. So they are using all these techniques to detect the possibility of a fraud that is happening. I hope the deliberations during these 2 days seminar will bring out the solutions for mitigating these frauds, and will be fruitful exercise. I also share that wherever I and Professor H. Venkateswarlu are there, so we talk about centenary celebrations. As all of you know that 2017 and 18 is our centenary year, and we wanted to celebrate this in a big way. We invite all of you to participate in the centenary celebrations. If you are alumni, you can participate. We open forum for that. If you are representing companies, please come forward. So I request the principals and the heads of departments to network with these companies, to sign MOUs, and to work with them so that we will make these centenary celebrations more meaningful. With these few remarks, I congratulate the Department of Commerce for doing a wonderful job of conducting this national seminar